A Satanic Grimoire, written and narrated by Aleister Nacht. Special narration by Domina Richter. I hereby invoke the Prince of Darkness, the great dragon of the bottomless pit, who is the bringer of light and Lord of the earth. Hear me, Almighty God of hell. Come forth from the black abyss. Come forth from the ends of the earth. Come forth from the nighttime sky. Great Tiamat, Apophis, Ariam, Typhon, Leviathan, Azazel, Belial, Samael, Satan, Lucifer, Set, my Lord and Master, come forth from hell, and greet me as your servant and friend. Join me as I conduct this service in your honor, out of love and thankfulness for you. Hail, Satan. Introduction.
In nomine magni Dei nostri Satanas, introibo ad altare Domini inferi.
Before the mighty and ineffable Prince of Darkness, and in the presence of all the dreaded demons of the pit, I proclaim that Satan, Lucifer, rules the earth, and I ratify and renew my promise to recognize and honor him in all things, without reservation, desiring in return his manifold assistance in the successful completion of my endeavors, and the fulfillment of my desires. Bless me, your humble messenger, and allow me to demonstrate through written record and instruction to pour the wages of hell upon those believers and followers of satanic wisdom. Hail, Satan!
Omni omni, qua ecumque vera doce me.
I often receive questions about demons, demonology, and how to conjure or summon such a being. Always wanting to address a topic of interest, I decided to write a book on the subject. Let me begin with a few bits of information that are critical to demonology. First, do not play coy with me by asking these trivial questions, of which you mean no harm. If you dance with the devil, you will dance. By asking the question, you are opening yourself to a one-way ticket to a harsh reality and education. You cannot unring the bell. I will share, but you must be willing to accept the consequences. Secondly, you are not as brave and bravado-filled as you have told yourself while staring into a mirror. Do not assume you cannot be reduced to a sniveling child in the blink of an eye. Let me be clear, as I have stated many times in the past, Satan and all minions of satanic and demonic beings are real. There is not an off button for a demon. You're supposed to learn, not direct. Thirdly, you are a fool if you are dabbling in the occult to fit into a peer group. You are playing with your life and not theirs. Take heed. So, if you agree to these terms and you want to proceed, I will guide you through the process. I will not dumb it down, so please keep up with the conversation, so to speak. The name grimoire is derived from the word grammar. A grimoire is a description of a set of magical symbols and how to combine them properly. The grimoire will be an important element needed for our work. A notepad is fine. Even a legal pad will suffice. The objective is to keep accurate notes and an account of the work each time you perform. The work, similar to dreams, will soon be forgotten if you are working on a higher plane. Just when you awake from a dream, you should write down what you remember from the working as soon as possible. If not, you will forget valuable information and lose irreplaceable insight experienced during the height of energy working. Lunar cycles are superfluous to demons. New and full moons are known to hold more energy, but it is not necessary for our work at hand. The arrangement of celestial bodies does not dictate the work for our magic. The alignment of stars may be important for horoscopes and other occult workings, but not for the workings of our ceremonial initiatives. I also cover some of the energy differences in my other books. Solitude is very important for your first foray into the conjuring world. You must focus your mind and energy on the task and not be distracted by others. Also, do not expect a huge windfall or magical demonstration to transpire. A test of will is needed, and there is no such thing as drive-through magic, just as there is no success for those who sit on their gluteus maximus all day. Investment equals returns. For you teenagers who are going to run down to Bed Bath & Beyond and buy some candles and conjure up a demon, do not bother. You may actually harm yourself in a maladaptive process. There are different orders, ordnung, of demons. A working knowledge of their hierarchy is important. Ergo, you must invest time for an understanding. Calling a demon lower in the echelon is preferable for the beginner. Call Samael, the demon of death, on your first try, and you may find yourself in a psychotic ward shortly thereafter. Magnum opus, Secrets from the Inner Sanctum, helps shed some satanic light on this subject as well. Some practitioners will write down their recitations and actions required during the working in a grimoire and record the results adjacent on the same pages. I recommend this method because it follows a chronological path through the event and it makes it easier to digest later. I also find sketching any visuals helps to keep the images vivid for recollection. The ritual should open as any other ritual. If you are not familiar with this, the Book of Satanic Magic will help you. Do your homework and reap the benefits. In some belief systems, the pentagram or other symbolic circle is used to protect the practitioner from a demon or other being. For Satanists, the Sigil of Baphomet is an important image, but it will not protect you from the boogeyman. Be serious. A demon can traverse time and dimensions. A circle on the floor or any other tokte will not contain them. Thus, the stern warning at the beginning of this book. It is not a pet on a leash. Caveat emptor. As the ceremony is open, you should pay close attention to vibrations, sounds, temperature changes, etc. Some demons manifest as slight changes in ambient lighting produced by candlelight. Others will bring an uneasy chill to the otherwise temperate conditions of the sanctum. I have experienced the movement of small objects caused by a quick puff of air from an undetermined direction. These are all examples, however, none are constantly present. Demons are individuals, as we, and they make their entrance as they wish. It has been my experience that shortly after the abnormality mentioned above, the being appears, void of form. The center of the energy mass, usually vivid and discernible from others, if multiple demons appear simultaneously. This is often the precursor of a full visual manifestation. This interim presentation seems to be a testing of the water period to establish the veracity, fortitude, and/or tenacity of the practitioner. Once the being has authenticated it, a full display is indulged. If you have prepared, as you should, you will be afforded the opportunity to plead your case to the being. At this point, the ceremonial mumbo-jumbo can be dispatched. You should speak clearly and articulate your desires in an unambiguous manner as quickly as possible. This is not a social gathering. You called, and the call was answered. Remain focused and on the point of your desires. Do not waste time, and do not presume you are equal to the being. Demons do not respect humans, and they are not impressed with your pitiful, myopic life.